Hey, it's Julie from Do Business Like a Woman, and this is the Do Business Like a Woman show. So, welcome to another Monday, and I hope you are having a great day so far. Today, I'm talking to you about overcoming imposter syndrome so that you can connect with your best fit clients online. And I love this topic. I know that imposter syndrome is something which affects pretty much every female entrepreneur I've spoken to. I've yet to meet someone who hasn't experienced it on their entrepreneurial journey, especially coaches. And so it really is a hot topic. So if you are just coming on, give me a hello in the comments. Please give this video a heart or a like to help more people see it. And I'd love to know where you're tuning in from, and just give me a little hello. If you're watching the replay, it is hashtag replay. And I'd love for you to be engaging in this conversation and leaving me comments and letting me know your experiences of imposter syndrome. So let's start with, what is imposter syndrome? For me, imposter syndrome is when we feel like we don't have enough value to offer. So it can show up like we think that we are not up to the job that we're doing, whether we're employed in some kind of role, or for most of us here, we are self-employed in our own business. It is rooted in insecurity. And I think that imposter syndrome is when we feel deep down that we are not enough. So we feel like what we have to say is not valuable, and that we have to do something extra special, or, study deeper or get more skills before we are worth listening to. I hear women say that for them, imposter syndrome often feels like the idea that they're going to be caught out, that someone's going to find out that they're not qualified for what they're doing, whatever that means, because I believe that experience is the best qualifier. But oftentimes, they say that they're doing whatever they're doing in their business or their daily role, and they feel like someone's going to challenge them and tell them that they shouldn't be doing it, that they don't know enough, that they're not qualified enough. And I think it's a deep-rooted fear that speaks to the very heart of our egos and taps into that not enoughness that we can experience as human beings. So that is what imposter syndrome is, and every woman business owner I have spoken to has had some level of this, of like not feeling good enough, not feeling like she was ready, not feeling like her message was and of value for her audience. And it can be a way that women hold themselves back without even knowing that they're doing it sometimes. So, oftentimes it's like we justify and we procrastinate and we go do other things, and we tell ourselves that, we don't know that we've got imposter syndrome necessarily, but then maybe it comes into your awareness. So what do we do to overcome this and show up and be visible for our audience anyway? And particularly right now, when the online space is so overcrowded, there are a lot of new coaches starting. Well, for me, the archetypes have been an amazing tool, and I've certainly seen that make a huge difference in my clients' businesses. So I'm going to talk about the archetypes in a minute. What I want to say first is, this goes to the heart of just knowing that you are enough, just as you are, that just in you showing up, there is value, that just in you showing your perspective, regardless of anything else, regardless of experience, regardless of qualifications, regardless of your audience size, just you showing up and sharing your perspective is of value. So if we can start with that as a starting point, This is going to be a lot easier. So know that as a human being with an opinion, you have intrinsic value. Now, how do you increase that value and with it your confidence? I believe that this is to do with becoming a leader in your space. So, ways that we can up level and upgrade, I think it starts with energy. I think it starts with ourselves. So, you are always influencing someone. So, what energy are you showing up with each day? And, we can all put on a face when we're going live or whatever, but how are you in your day-to-day life? Are you showing up with a certain quality of energy? And this does not mean being perfect, getting it all perfect, being a robot. This really just is to do with, well, how can I up level my entire experience and how can I influence the people around me more positively, whether that's your audience or even just the people in your household, even the cashier that serves you at the supermarket. What energy are you bringing? Is it a positive energy or is it a negative energy? Are you likely to be bringing people down with the things you say or lifting them up? All right, so this is where it starts. Because if you can show up from a positive space, you're going to be influencing people a lot differently. And that in itself is very valuable. And I don't think we give it enough weight, but it's very, very valuable. So I always say, if you want to be a leader, first lead yourself and start there, and then you can begin to show up for your audience. Now, another thing that I've seen blow imposter syndrome out of the water is consistency. So anytime that I am being super consistent in my business, which I have to say I haven't been these last few weeks, I've been a bit distracted with a new relationship and various things going on, and a house move coming up. But anyways, what I have noticed is that when I am super consistent in my business, my confidence grows and the imposter syndrome fades or dials down. When I am sporadic in my business, my confidence goes down and the imposter syndrome dials up, right? And I've seen this with my clients too. Now, I have come across women who are like, I don't have any imposter syndrome anymore. If that's the case for you, brilliant. Well done, you. And honestly, I think people, generally speaking, people who say that are probably just a little bit out of touch with their own emotions. Now, if you're a super enlightened being and you've just got massive confidence, maybe that is the case for you. But my message is, I'm actually here to let you know that if you have any level of imposter syndrome, it's okay. It's fine. You're a human being. Don't worry about it. We all get it. And it doesn't matter how much you're earning through your business. It doesn't matter what audience size you reach. You can still experience this, and every new level can cause the imposter syndrome to flare up again every time we step outside of the comfort zone. So I want to normalize it for us and just open up the conversation. This isn't about having big egos and being like, well, I'm just totally confident. Like, great, if you're confident, brilliant. I love it. One of my biggest roles with my audience and the people I support and my clients is to help you raise your confidence, help you land in your own power, because I know from that place you do amazing things. But it's okay if sometimes we have some imposter syndrome. Who the hell doesn't? We're women, we're emotional beings. What the hell? Let's make it okay for ourselves to feel. And sometimes feeling not enough, sometimes feeling less than is part of that emotional experience. And I believe as women, part of doing business like a woman is bringing all the feels into what we're doing. It's not just being like a masculine energy, I don't feel anything, I just work. It doesn't mean that we're not productive, but we get to be women along the way, right? So give yourself permission and don't beat yourself up. If you beat yourself up because of imposter syndrome, it's just gonna keep ramping it up. You're gonna procrastinate, you'll find yourself not taking action, and it's a downward spiral. So first step is just love on yourself, give yourself permission to not be perfect, to be a human being. And if imposter syndrome comes up, which it will, just be okay with it. Give yourself a big hug, embrace it. From there, I have found that being consistent, doing what you say you're going to do in your business, and I know it's not always possible, but the more consistent we can be with our relationship building, with showing up, with being visible, the more it builds momentum and the more your confidence grows. Then you begin to feel like you are walking your talk. And that helps kick imposter syndrome to the curb. So get consistent. I can help you with that. It's one of the things I do inside of my coaching programs. There's a lot of accountability. So if you need some help with that, reach out. But the more consistent you are, you will see that you feel more authentic in yourself in front of your audience. The archetypes, the shadow and power archetype pairings, which I teach, you can go back and look at a lot of my videos around this. That has been a game-changing tool for my clients and the women that use it. Because what happens is we can be showing up from one of our shadow archetypes, like the child, the prostitute, the saboteur, or the victim, and they can really be ruling the roost in our business. When that happens, you are going to feel a lot of imposter syndrome. Now, the great news is if you have the shadow archetype in you, and so often for my clients, it's like they're showing up from their child or their victim and the saboteur. Now, when you have that, the good news is you also have the empowered archetype in there too. So that can be the queen, the warrioress, the sorceress, or the lover. And when you understand this concept, you can choose to channel your power archetype instead. And I have seen women kick imposter syndrome to the curb. Like, I remember Althea, she was probably the most dramatic turnaround, previous private client of mine. And when she came to me, her confidence was at an all-time low. She's a pain-free specialist, does amazing work helping people get pain-free naturally. And she was struggling to make sales. She was selling single sessions, she was discounting her rates, and she was just really struggling on sales calls. When we looked at the archetypes and she really got it, she realized she was coming from her child archetype on sales calls, which looks like, please like me, let me perform for you, let me show you that I'm the best choice for you, right? Instead of the opposite empowered archetype, which is queen. Now the queen sits back in her power. The queen is very much interviewing the person on the sales call. It's a very different energy. So when we switched her and she got it, she switched like that. She also then showed up from a much more neutral place on the sales call, non-attachment, showed up in her queen energy. This all happened before even the first coaching session. This happened in the DMs. We were talking about this. And she had heard me talk about the archetypes before. She'd learned that from me. But we had a DM conversation. She went and did a sales call the next day and she closed them on a £3,000 package. And it boosted her confidence. And from there, she went and did another one. And so she had her first 6K month. And before that, she'd had a maximum of £2,000 in 1 month through her business. She also then went on to hire some help for at home. She hired a cleaner. So that's the power of the archetypes. Now, I'm running a free masterclass coming up. I haven't picked the date yet, but it's going to be about how the archetypes can help you connect with your best fit clients online, book sales calls and close sales calls. If you would like to come to that no cost masterclass, reach out or leave a comment, DM me, let me know, I'll get you hooked up. I'm really excited to share the archetypes with you and this powerful tool. So I'm going to be going deep into that on that masterclass. If you want in, send me a DM, just let me know, I'll get you hooked up. Also, I've got some coaching spots with me in my private schedule coming available. It's been waitlist only. We've got a couple of people wrapping up, so I've got some spots coming available. If one of them is yours, this is for you if you know your niche and you have some clients already, but you are looking to scale your business. You are looking to get consistent and really work a structure in your business. It's not for you if you have shiny object syndrome and you think the next program is going to be the magic bullet. The clients that do best with me are the ones that stick with me for the long term. They work the system, they show up, they do the work, they're willing to trust their own intuition because each of us is unique. And they really get the results, they really show up. And what I help them do is a couple of things. I hold the space for them to land in their own power. We definitely work the archetypes, which is super fun. And they get to really drop into their own power and show up a different way in their business. We also are channeling into, feeding into and from the new arising consciousness. So we're part of a new conversation that's happening. No more bro marketing, right? This is about connecting with your best fit clients online and in person. I also do give you absolute accountability and a loving kick in the pants, but it is you and me linking arms, my 7 years of experience in your business. There are high levels of accountability. Yes, there is the structure, because what I see is that you need the structure to take yourself from a few clients here and there to a steady stream of high quality leads. You need to learn how to be consistent. And it's rarely that you don't know what to do. You've got enough information. Usually you need to simplify and get rid of a bunch of stuff and busy work. And so I help you do that. But it really is getting you focused on just the activities that are going to bring that steady stream of clients, that are going to bring that high quality leads into your business. And then showing up from that place of power within yourself to really close those clients. So I help you get that structure into your business. I help you get the steady stream of clients. And that leads to consistent income in your business, right? And 6 figures and multiple 6 figures if you so wish. So if one of those coaching spots is for you, you must be an action taker. There is no point in coming along and working with me and then not doing the work and showing up week after week, struggling and processing the same issues. You've got to be at a level where you are ready to go for it and take action. But if that's you, we're a great combination together. I love to weave feminine energy into the way we do business so that you get to honor your health and your relationships and your well-being while you are building a wildly profitable business. So it's really fun too. But if that's you and you are ready for that level in your business, reach out to me, send me a DM. We'll have a chat in the DMs. I'll ask you some questions to determine a fit. And if there is a fit, we can hop on a call and just chat through what that looks like. I like to work with my private clients in a minimum of a 6-month container. So we work deeply together. It's a very high level of access to me. It's very, very tailored support. So reach out to me if that is for you and you are at that level. This is not for you if you're looking to be in a million different coaching programs, skip around from here to there. It's for you if you know that everything you need is inside of you, but you know that with the right coach, with the right accountability and the right container, you are just going to soar. If that is you, reach out. Let's get you going. Let's get you moving on into the next level with your business. If you want in on the free masterclass, send me a little DM, leave a comment below. I'm really excited to share with you the next steps in my journey, which is going to look like moving into a cottage that I want to move into with my new partner, and that's going to be fun. So I'll be sharing some of that journey with you. And I know that I have been a little bit quieter, shall we say, in this group than I normally am. So if you are new, welcome, welcome. I'm really excited you're here. Go back, look at some of the previous training videos. There's a wealth of content here to help you get your clients and get consistent income in your business. I will see you next Monday at the same time. Leave me a comment below, give the video a heart or a like. Lots of love. Bye for now.